Hey there. Hope everybody's doing well. I am a few minutes late, so sorry. I had to go take care of some stuff with my mom's to make sure that, the pump, just take care of house. House stuff while she's out. So I had to do an extra trip today, which was not planned initially, but it's for mom, so I'll do it. I did take some protein shakes, so pretty happy with that. Ooh, it's a little dark, So, hey Deja, hey Z. Hope y'all are doing well. Yeah, everything. I hope the day has been going well. I probably should change. Let's change it to the playing time. There you go. And then we're gonna go ahead and get a timer up. Which I guess let's give us just it's not too we can definitely get in there in like another 2 minutes. So what are y'all gonna be working on tonight? I'm trying to get all my stuff up. Okay, started reading Blood at the Root while waiting. Okay, Blood at the Root. I am oh wait, that's the new one, right? It's a new book. Are you drinking and food? What's going on? Tonight I have chicken and veggies upstairs. I am gonna go ahead and drink a protein shake though, because I got it from Mama's house. And the protein shake with a little bit of the espresso, because I cannot drink. That sounded real. This is real. I cannot drink for another week. So, and that's only because I don't know how much sugar is in them, and I'm sure there's a lot of sugar. I could drink some rum, but I think it's only a shot, and it's like too much sugar. So just try to clear out my system and all that kind of stuff. Because if I drink, I will drink a lot of it, because I always put it in sweet stuff, which will then make it even worse. So I have to be careful. Okay, probably be working on a short story, and haven't worked on anything since last time. Hey, look, I understand that completely. But I think let's go ahead and transition to the keys, because it is pretty much time to at least start one. I'll wait, because we did get in here kind of late. So I probably should change it to, let's do another 4 minutes. So what we'll do is chit chat for another minute or two, a few minutes, and then we'll start at 6:15. That'll at least keep us pretty well, 5 minutes. Okay. Okay. That's okay. All right. Tell me what you think. Say, how's it going? I don't know. I heard, it's like that's the one with the magical HBCU. And I've heard a few ratings on it, but they haven't been like the greatest. So I'm kind of iffy. I have been slowing down on how many books I get, only because I want to actually spend time reading my backlog, because I have a lot of books in my backlog. And I'm like, I keep on getting more books. And then I'm also doing things like the ARC reading and beta reading and stuff, because like I said, I want to know the ins and outs of what the readers have to go through in order to, better do my work. So I figured, why not? But yeah, doing that is pretty much the biggest thing. So I have tried to do, let's see, I've done a beta, I did an ARC, and I'm trying to see if I can find maybe one more arc, because I've done 6 betas in the last year, I think. 6 beta reads in the last year, and a couple partial beta reads because the stories were either not complete, or they told me, like, hold off and until they're done, pretty much. Or they're making some updates, so I haven't finished all of them, but I'm just waiting. And okay, yeah, the Magical HBCU. Okay, well, yeah, that's good. Like I said, it's on. I have a few lists going, and I just haven't. I've been sticking to more adult. And I know this is supposed to be young adult, I believe. Mixed thoughts. I wasn't expecting a soft magic system, so everything magical feels plot convenient. I also just wonder why we started where we did. Oh, it's not. You like them rules. Look, I understand that completely. Like in the Spell of the Bayou that I'm working on, I'm like, I had to really like think about how the blood magic and the shadow magic will work together, and work horribly, because of the family that it is, pretty much stuck into. So yeah, I was trying my best not to have no plot stuff, plot convenience, and then also did not want to make it too easy anyway later on in the story. And that is because if I decide to write another story with some other characters in the world, I don't want to have this all powerful person immediately after. They need to be growing with later, because I do intend on having a series, but it's like I want it to be so separate that you can read any of them and not have any problems. But it'll have spoilers if you don't read it in order. But maybe it'll make you want to do it. Not to sit here and say that I do want to do a series completely. I just have some hints in there for a series. So I'm not gonna sit here and say I don't want it. But yeah, all of them have hard magic systems except for Voodoo Legends, which that is an old story that I would like to finally do later. Alright, so that was the timer. Let's go ahead and put 25 minutes on the clock and switch us back to the keys. And it starts with black boys like me don't have magic powers. And I'm just like, really? It's like, how about the whole thing the author is pitching and saying is an important one? I heard a little tiny bit about that, and I heard about some treatment of one of the other characters in there. Oh my gosh. Okay, look. I don't know. See, like I said, it's on the maybe list. So we'll see. But yeah, let's see. Hey, keep reading. You give me some updates. Happy reading, and I'll be writing. All right, how did you do? I got 286. 286. For me, you turn on time. You know, I will sit here and talk. Talk! I will say something that I noticed in the story is that some people don't actually pop back in, and they actually are important. I let them get all the way to the end and not have, reintroduce them when they were supposed to help. So I found another area to make sure that their presence is known, or like they were there, but it was more of why were you there all the way until way later. So I had to fix that. That's what I've been doing. Up on some information for the MetaQuest 2. Okay. Not really writing as opposed to brainstorming for the story. Brainstorming? Okay, well that's still good. You gotta get it out. This is what they say, you can't work on anything if it's a blank page, that's why I hear all the time. You gotta always have get it out. No matter what. Which helps. It definitely helps me. Because when I try to use, it doesn't really matter. Like if I do any type of practices where I'm just trying to get the idea out, like I have an idea of what could go wrong, what is like the theme, things like that. I try to mess around with. I definitely do a lot of plotting because I am horrified that I will just have something that will not be addressed in my story. So I definitely can get into a rut. At least I have several times with this one. But I'm like, I want this done this year. I want this done this year. I don't want to have another year where I haven't completed the novel. Because I do, like I said, I'm putting like little hints of the possibility of having sequels, but it's going to be separate. But the other one that I do want to work on with the dragons, I definitely want to have, it's a 3. I have an idea. And I've plotted out plenty of things, the characters, who's the main characters per book, and how they continue on, how the bad guys get worse and worse throughout the series, because that's one of the biggest things I think. It's like it can't be the same. They can't have the same, I guess, power spec. Can't have the same specs. Because once you figure out how to defeat them in the first one, it should be easy in the second one, but then you find that there's another element, something else has happened. They have grown, they have learned, all that kind of stuff. So anyway, I would like to have a series later. So like I said, this one, it'll have some hints and have the possibility of turning into a series, but it does not have to. It might just be complete. Yeah, I might even worry about it. It just has other characters that could have other things to do later. So, yeah. And then but like I said, for the dragon one, it's gonna be Leviathans, dragons, drakes, all that kind of stuff, all of them in there. And they're all shifters. They can all shift into human forms and everything, but it's possible. So it's planned to have 4. But it's possible that it might just be 3. And that's because I don't know how I'm going to tackle. I don't want to do like a colonizer type romance at all. Like, I don't know, colonizer type romance. So I'm like, I don't think that's going to be a couple. Unless I figure out another way to do the couple. Or one just completely loses power over people. Which would be good. Maybe. We'll see. But, yeah. I planned 4, but I know 3 definite for a series. And I had to, put it down. Because I was like, I need to actually... I don't know. I guess I'm being just too technical also. People are saying these stories have to get done. Proud of myself for even writing right now instead of watching Bridgerton. Well, you know, and I actually haven't ever watched Bridgerton. I heard it's much better than the books, because you don't get outside of the perspective of the two, I guess, love interests in, well, the two main characters of the book. So I kept hearing that in comparison to the show. So I am interested in catching up. I know it's like, what, on season 3? I think it was season 3. So I might watch it, but I watch a lot of anime. And read a lot of comics. A lot of comics on Manta, Webtoon, Tapas, a few other ones. And I am finishing up Sister Samurai. I really like it. I had to stop because I had other stuff to do. A lot of anime. Yeah. I be risking it. Z be like, you're like, you gonna watch it, ain't you? Like, you can tell it's gonna be so bad. But it's not just anime. It definitely is like TV shows, K dramas. I do enjoy like overseas stuff. So because it's just so wild, and I'm like, they don't do that like the stuff we do over here. You know, I'm used to it, but it's just outlandish with some of the. I remember this one where I saw a promo of it, and it was, I cannot remember the name of that, and it was the reason why I should have like tried to find it at the time. But we saw this promo. Well, it was like they were cooks, the chefs or something, and the lady was mad at him, and when I tell you she slapped him with the limpest of wrist, it was hilarious. I was like, I need to find, and he was acting like he'd been, you know, I mean, it was bad. Please tell me what this show is. Please tell me what this show. First of all, abuse. Second of all, ma'am. Y'all could have edited that a little bit better. Oh my gosh. Oh yeah, we started watching JoJo's Bizarre Adventures, and we were like, oh my goodness, we have been missing out for one thing. Okay, we've been missing out, and then the second thing is, what in the world is happening? What is this? Why is it so dramatic? we were there like, I don't even know what to say. What? I was like, but I'm gonna watch this. I'm gonna finish it. It was so crazy. I have mixed thoughts on Bridgerton. Oh, okay, not the best representation for black people, but I like the aesthetic and the Gossip Girl drama. Okay. Now, when you said not the best reputation for black people, it's just like, I remember, like, it's not based on something that had black folks in it. So it's like I heard about blind casting or something like that. So is it like in that way, like they really just don't fit, or they've updated the characters and made them look bad? Like I don't know. Just curious. Not to say it. I don't know when I'm gonna watch it, but it is on the list. But it definitely would get beat out by a K-drama or J-drama. Anything that, especially if it's a fantasy. Oh my gosh. The White Snake one. Oh my gosh. I was losing my mind. Loved every bit of it though. Well, all right. We need to be getting our time set. Go to keys. All right, 20 minutes. Let's do it. All right, how did you do? Hope well, hope well. I think I'm at 529. So that is what did I have before? 286. 529 minus 286. So 243. All right. Be like excellent. It's coming along, coming along. Finally figured out the story for the short story. Yay! All right. All right. I am still whirling. I thought I was going to have an idea this past weekend, for my short story submission that I want to do for the Melanin Anthology, but I couldn't think of anything. But I think it's just because I was like, hey, I need to really focus to try to get this draft done. And that might have been what was going on, because I definitely did work on it this weekend. And I'm going to be working on it again this weekend. I'm going to be all up in it. I've been doing more and more writing. I used to write like every day. Sometimes I would take off on Saturday, depending on what I was doing. And it was like a minimum an hour. And I had started getting like really out of it. And as part of, starting a new job, way more commute than normal. So I have definitely been listening to way more audiobooks. Since then, I actually bit the bullet and went on ahead and got Audible reactivated a couple months back, because the long drives, I do listen to music, but sometimes I just want to listen to a story. I'm officially done with Bridgerton. Okay. Never watching anything from her again. What? Wait a minute. I thought you said. Oh, okay. I thought that's what you were meaning. My bad. I thought you still have some weeks. Yeah, still have some weeks. But I would like it to. I know it hasn't been announced yet and everything, but I just want to have a good idea already, percolating and pretty much ready to go, because I don't want to miss a deadline. Not to say she's a super stickler or anything like that, but I don't want to. I definitely do that a lot with my other anthology, and I'd be feeling so bad. And it was one of these days I'm gonna get run into somebody who is not gonna care. And he'll be like, you didn't turn in? Okay. No. What up, two cousins? What are you gonna be working on tonight? Well, we got what? How many did we do? Yeah, we did 2. So we got two more sprints. Well, really one more pretty much guaranteed, because it's already 7:14. But we did start a couple minutes late. Yeah, because we'll start this one 7:20 to 7:40, and then a break, and we'll do a little one at the end. got a spoiler and pissed you off. Oh, expect nothing less from her. Okay. Like, cause I remember like when it was first coming, and then it was all this hoopla about the actors and everything not being story accurate and all that kind of stuff. They always say stuff like that because like racism is just incrementalism to the max. So basically, ain't nothing ever good enough. Like, first of all, ain't none of this happened in this historical such and such Regency romance or whatever it is. Does not really fit the time frame of the time. Doesn't really fit the time frame of when the story is supposed to be supposedly set. So yeah, I don't know, but that that's always the case. Just like what's going on with that new Assassin's Creed that's coming out. Like, you're making it woke and blah blah blah. And it's like, this is actual character in history. Like, there's several books written about him by the Japanese people who they felt honored that he was there. Like, I don't understand. I don't understand. Like, no one, like, he can't use Yasuke. Was his name? He can't be great. He can't be great because in a place where y'all would have definitely been like, oh yeah, he's supposed to be your servant. Like, shut up. Y'all mad. But anyway, and I'm like, well, either way, like, he's a very well documented historical figure. So I'm like, this is being made by some folks who are not from Japan, who are not tied to the history of Japan either. And it's a video game. So what are we doing here? But I see the discourse all the time, and I sit here and be like, look, we know the real reason. I mean, I understand y'all think you're dog whistling, but I mean, y'all loud and clear. We know what you're talking about. Oh, the real story of trash? Yeah, that's what I heard. I heard that it was, well, I didn't hear it was trash. I just heard that it was very central on the two main characters. So you didn't have the other characters really didn't affect anything. Like, until like maybe the end. They might have had a couple things in the end. That's what I kept hearing about the books. So I was like, well, I probably wouldn't read it. I usually don't read historical stuff very much. I definitely will do like an isekai, a manga that's like based in there, because it's like you have your dupes and all that kind of stuff. I'll read some of those because most of the time there's some other outlandish element in there, like they turn into like a dragonborn or something like that is in there, and they're all very beautiful. But all of the main ladies, the female leads, they usually look a lot of the same. But I have noticed that I cater more to the redheads and the white hair. Female leads, like, I will go and check out what it is if it's them two, and not like white, like more of a silver white. I mean, those like Not So Wicked Stepmom, Divorcing My Tyrant Husband. I did read one. It was real saucy. It was Please Kill My Husband. Wow story. Wow, just freaky and wild. I was like, Lord, this is great. This is right up my alley. It was, and that one wasn't. It had no supernatural anything in it. It was just a cheating, horrible husband, lying all the time, and then abusing his wife. And then she found solace in other men's arms, and everybody was like, she's so wrong or whatever. But like, this dude is like treating her like just terrible, and she just stuck with him. She can't do nothing. But he over here, he got his mistress living in the house, living in the house with him. So it's like, what are you talking about? Shut up. So anyway, you know, that's the issue in the story. It's usually what you get with the romances and stuff. You know, you gotta have, society has to be broken in some kind of way, and then it's gonna be fixed at the end. So like in her case, you know, women expressing themselves was the big thing, because I mean, like, she was a painter, and like no one believed that she was a painter and everything, because women can't be painters and all this kind of stuff. So society had to be fixed, and not to like give like a spoiler of it, but like, you know, that's how you're gonna fix the society in some way, or like an incremental change. Like she changed lives, and you know, it was good. Let's get this timer on up. Let's do a short one. Let's do a 20-minute. We'll be done at 40 after. Let's do a 25-minute. Let me do that. If I do a 25-minute, we'll just have, no, we're gonna do the 30-minute. If I can never get it started. Do a 30-minute one for this one. And happy writing, happy reading. All right, all right. How did you do? I did really good on that one. Let's see. So we're at a total of 1019 minus 529. So 490 on that one. Had a little extra time on that one though. Did 30 minutes instead. I think 30 minutes is probably my good one. Oh, it changes depending on the season. It is summertime, so I guess the longer. In the winter, I do notice that 20 minutes is just fine for me. When it's cold, and then the break. Well, I try to do 5-minute breaks when I'm doing my writing sprints. So 20, and it gets longer and longer. Or it's probably because I'm writing much more than normal. Not normal. I'm taking the time to write much more throughout the week rather than just having like a big chunk of it being done on drinking rights. And well, obviously because you're gonna be drinking, I drink so much. But last couple of weeks I haven't had any, and I'm not gonna drink on the next next week. All because I'm counting. I'm trying to. I hate it. I don't like diet culture or anything like that, but I did notice that I was just stagnating, and I had to go see my doctor, and I really just don't feel like hearing him being like, "You've lost like 6 pounds since last year." Do you want your back to feel better? And they checked my thyroid, so they was like, "Nope, that ain't it." They've checked several things, so they're like, "You just gonna have to eat right and exercise," but my exercise is restricted. So he knew it was going to be slow, but he was like, pretty much he would like to see a 20-pound difference. And I was like, well, yeah, in a year, that'd be great. Maybe even more. I got like a month. It's going to be like, no. In which I'm not going to sit here and, expect to have it all the way off his goal. But, hey, what can you do? I'm going to be like, I did what I could. Okay. I waited till the absolute last minute to where it wasn't too late for me not to try anything and be like, it is what it is. So at least I thought about it. I saw the notification, reminder, you gotta, set up your appointment. And it's like, the appointment's already set. Appointment's already there. So we'll see. We'll see what he say. I feel like dealing with him. But he's the back surgeon. So I'm trying to get my back in order. So he was the one who had gotten the stat MRI and all that kind of stuff. We found out what was really going on back when all this, it went out in the first place. So I'm like, all right. I have to stick with you. But also, you aggravate. You aggravating. And that's why I drink protein shakes in the evening. I still eat stuff. We eat like, chicken, salads. We learn how to do rotisserie chicken. So I want to do one of those a week, in which we should have done another one because we did one last Thursday. So I should have tried to go ahead and do it again today. But I'll do one tomorrow. And I do need to refill my protein shakes anyway. I do protein. I don't do breakfast. I love breakfast food, but I don't like to eat it in the morning. It seems like I'm not a big breakfast person. I would rather just go ahead and get a protein shake, drink my cafe protein shake, and then that's it. So yeah. But yeah, I'm over here talking about my doctor visit woes. And it's not like I'm trying to like lose weight for aesthetic purposes, so I won't be in pain. So I'm dealing with that. But the writing is going well. I am glad that I'm making my word counts are also going up too per session. So I think it's just because I'm much more confident in how the story is coming out, since this is like, so many drafts in. So I'm glad about that. Yeah. But I have noticed with my free write, I have way more typos. But I guess I do actually write more with the free write because you can't see your whole screen, right? You only see like 3 lines. Well, depending on how big you set the text. With mine, I can see 3 lines on there. And pretty much it's like if you mess up and you realize you done spelled something wrong, you mess up, you forgot a period or whatever, it's like the work you have to do to get back to it, or you have to delete all the work that you've done since that thing. And it's like, you're like, nope, I'm just gonna continue writing, press enter, and continue writing. Like, what can you do? I know there's gonna be a mistake in there. And then there's mistakes in there you don't even realize is in there because you didn't do spaces or whatever. So anyway, that's another thing I have noticed with my free write. But I can get at least the thoughts out. So I'm really excited to use it for a first draft. I've used it for like some like just quick ideas, some notes and stuff here and there. I have definitely taken some written notes and typed those up in my free write, with the intention of actually just getting it down and on something digital so that I can edit later. So I've definitely used it for that and some kind of like just info dumpy stuff. Thank you. Yes. So I have been doing that, and hopefully, like I said, I would like to see how it works with me when I'm trying to do the first draft of a story. I want to see how it helps, and then maybe I'll be a little bit more confident to give a thorough review of it, because I've had it for a few months and I've been using it here and there, like especially if I'm out. I do take it with me everywhere. I got that little bag with me all the time. It might not come out of the car, but I have it for like just in case we go to the coffee shop or something, because I am for going to the coffee shop spontaneously. Or to the library. I will go to the library if there's an event going on. I know there's something going on at the library. Go see the event. Go sit down and do some writing. So I do like that. That's my favorite third place. My third space. You know what it's called? Like when you have a place that you can go to after, like outside of work, outside of school, outside of, daily grind stuff. Your home. I like having the library as my third space because they have like art exhibits and stuff, and then there's books. Obviously, I'm looking for all the books. I love going there, and the librarians are freaking awesome. They're awesome. I remember I was looking for, I think it was called Dragon's Bait. I think it was want to be in Dragon's Bait. I could not remember what it was, but I read it a long time ago when I was real young. And I had the book and I read it over and over and over again. I loved it. For some reason, I don't know what it was, about this little girl whose dad had a heart attack after she got accused of being a witch. And she knew it was like the church was just doing it because they were trying to get some land, and they had like somebody in on it, her neighbor. It was crazy. So anyway, she wanted to get revenge, and she ran into a dragon because they tried to sacrifice her to the dragon. And she was like, a very odd piece of prey for him. So he was like, all right, let me see. And he shapeshifts into anything he wants, and he shapeshifts into a dude so that he can help her get revenge. And it was pretty cool. I loved it. And I could not remember it, but that's basically kind of the description that I gave the librarian years ago when I was in, I don't know when, like it was when I was in high school, and it was in Cobb County, and yeah, she was able to figure it out, found it, got the book, had it ready for me to be able to pick up. And I was like, oh, awesome. She was great. I loved her. But yeah, we definitely need these libraries. I know they be attacking these libraries, post things, just uneducated, terrible peoples. But yeah, okay. Well, that is it for tonight. Let me go to Big Me. That is it for tonight. We are done. We did a total, or I did a total of 1,019 words in these 3 sprints. I guess I was talking too much to be able to do the third sprint. Well, that's why I made the last one a little bit longer so I could be able to have the end of it. But yes, I do hope everybody had a good time. I am going to be doing a little bit more writing tomorrow and Saturday. I don't know if I'm going to do any Discord writing. I might go up in there and see if anybody's doing anything, so I can keep myself honest, keep it accountable. I really like the March Madness when we kind of really kept it accountable with each other. So, but anyway, yeah, thank you so much for joining me. This is Ash. This has been the Drinking Right, where I drank a protein shake instead of anything that was creamy and alcoholic. And I do hope you have a wonderful evening. Bye.